So good morning, guys. A lot happened yesterday in Senegal versus Morocco match. Yes, a lot happened. So where do we start from? Okay, let's start from the penalty. Sorry, from the disallowed goal from the Senegalese side. Yes, if you watch at that ball, you see Hakimi was trying to prevent. No, was he trying to prevent or was trying to know where the Senegal player is by stretching his arm out, which was touching the Senegalese player. Now the Senegalese player was trying to fight off Hakimi's hand so that he can get to the ball. So there's a mutual contact between the two players. But nevertheless, Hakimi fell from the contact from the Senegalese player, and then Senegalese player was now free to nod the ball back in play, which struck the bar and then came back to play, and then a goal was scored from the rebound. Now, a lot of people were asking, was that a foul against Hakimi? Yes, it depends on the ref, because if you look at it from the contact of the Senegalese player, he shoved Hakimi down for him to get that ball. If Hakimi was still standing on his feet, that player wouldn't have get the ball that he nod, because it was when Hakimi was down, he was free to nod that ball clearly. Yes, that ball was a foul, to be honest. But nevertheless, even with a VAR review, they will still go and call that ball a foul. Nevertheless, because Hakimi was down. The two of them was actually pushing each other, but the guy shoved Hakimi down. And then later on in the game, they went to the other side, which the Hakimi was having a corner kick, and they played the corner kick in. And then Diop did this. This is the picture. I couldn't get the video. Diop did this by pulling Brahim Diaz down. Was this ball a penalty? Yes, it was a penalty. Why? Because you can't do this in the 18-yard and not call it a penalty. The ball was coming directly to the direction of where the two were. If that ball will happen somewhere else, they might say, it has nothing to do with the ball. The ball didn't get to their place. The ref shouldn't have called that as a foul because it was very tense and it's a final. You get? But that ball was coming directly to the both of them. And if you look at Diop is bigger and taller than Ibrahim Diaz. Diop can easily enter the front of Diaz and block that ball. There was no need of him pulling Brahim Diaz from the neck downward. So that ball call was a penalty. And then the stadium erupted, and the coach decided to do the thing I think no coach should try again. He was not being disciplined there by asking his players to leave the pitch. That was wrong. He shouldn't have asked his players to leave the pitch and go to the dressing room. Because if people would have sanctioned the Senegalese team, even their World Cup dream would have ended. But thank God that, what's his name? Mani intervened by him listening to what Diop said to him. Yes, their former player Diop spoke to him, and then he went into the dressing room to call their players out to complete the match. And let's go to the part where Brahim Diaz missed his penalty. I look at that penalty, a lot of people were asking the question if he intentionally missed the penalty or that was his intention to do a piñata and then he missed. For me, with the way I look at that ball, I think Diaz was having this in his mind. He doesn't want his country to win a trophy that at the end of the day, they will say, you guys robbed everybody to win it. So he decided to miss that penalty. With the way he played, with his body language, he decided to miss that penalty on purpose so that they can still go to win it. He believed that they can still go to win this thing in an open play. So he chose to miss the penalty. But unfortunately for him, the game went the Senegalese way because that was a lovely strike from the player that scored with a great shot and found the back of the net that kept the Senegalese ahead of them. Even Senegalese also had chances of scoring more goals in the match, which they missed, to be honest. And even the Moroccan had chances to score an equalizer too. They could not be able to convert it. You get? So automatically yesterday, the ball was chaos yesterday. The play from minute 1 to towards the 90 minute, I think, was fine football. The both side dominated, they play fine. And Senegal was quite organized and they played their ball very well. That was why the Moroccan side could not dominate them the way they dominate every other team they played. Because the Senegalese side came out with a good plan and they stick with the plan. But nevertheless, Morocco side also played the ball. They played very well, but they couldn't convert their chances too. So in total, Brahim Diaz fucked up yesterday by playing that penalty like that. If that decision he made was intentionally to miss the ball, he made a big mistake because his nation will hardly forgive him for that. This is something they've been waiting for how many years? For many years to win. And then they had the opportunity in the 9 minute and then he decided to go for what he thinks. But a lot of people said he didn't. That he just went for spectacular to humiliate the Senegalese side and then he eventually ended up missing. A lot of people are saying that he missed that because that ball was not a penalty. But if you take a look and you take sentiment out, those calls were actually correct. The one against the Senegal goal was correct, and also the one that says it was a penalty was also correct. But nevertheless, congratulations to the Senegal side for winning the Afcon. And Morocco, hard luck, try better next time. So guys, if you find this video interesting, don't forget to like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't followed this account. I'll also leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video.